Dr. Emily Hart here, and today I'm going to share something with you that sounds almost too good to be true. But I promise you, the science backs this up completely. What if I told you that there's a simple, natural ingredient you can add to your morning coffee that could help restore your testosterone levels to what they were when you were in your 20s? Stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how this works and why thousands of men are already experiencing remarkable results. Let me start by saying this isn't some magic pill or synthetic hormone. This is about understanding how your body actually works and giving it exactly what it needs to produce testosterone naturally. And gentlemen, if you're over 35, you need to hear this, because what I'm about to share could change everything about how you feel, how you perform, and how you live your life. Now, before I reveal what this ingredient is, I need you to understand why your testosterone is dropping in the first place. See, most doctors will tell you it's just aging. They'll say it's normal for your testosterone to decline about 1 to 2% every year after age 30. But here's what they're not telling you. This decline isn't just about getting older. It's about what's happening inside your body at a cellular level, and more importantly, it's reversible. Your testosterone production happens primarily in your Leydig cells, which are located in your testes. These cells are like little factories that produce testosterone 24/7. But here's the problem. As you age, these factories start to slow down. Why? Because of three main factors. First, oxidative stress. Your cells are constantly being attacked by free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cellular function. Second, inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation interferes with the signals your brain sends to your testes to produce testosterone. And third, insulin resistance. When your cells become resistant to insulin, it disrupts the entire hormonal cascade, including testosterone production. Now here's where it gets interesting. There's a compound that addresses all three of these problems simultaneously. It's been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, and modern science has now confirmed its remarkable effects on testosterone production. I'm talking about pure, high-quality Shilajit. Yes, Shilajit. And before you dismiss this as just another supplement fad, let me walk you through the research, because the studies on this substance are absolutely compelling. Shilajit is a sticky, tar-like resin that oozes from rocks and mountain ranges, primarily the Himalayas. It's formed over centuries from the decomposition of plant matter and contains over 85 minerals in ionic form, along with fulvic acid and humic acid, which are the real game changers here. Let me tell you about a study published in the journal Andrologia. Researchers took 96 men between the ages of 45 and 55 who had low testosterone levels. They gave half of them purified Shilajit twice a day, and the other half received a placebo. After 90 days, the results were remarkable. The men taking Shilajit saw their total testosterone increase by over 20%. Their free testosterone, which is the active form your body can actually use, increased by almost 19%. But it gets even. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's one study, show me more. Fair enough. Another clinical trial, this one published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, looked at the effects of Shilajit on male fertility and testosterone. The researchers found that Shilajit significantly increased sperm count, sperm motility, and yes, testosterone levels. But what really caught my attention was this. The study showed that Shilajit works by reducing oxidative stress in the testes and improving mitochondrial function. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. They produce the energy your cells need to function. When your mitochondrial function declines, everything declines, including testosterone production. Shilajit contains fulvic acid, which acts like a shuttle, carrying nutrients into your cells and removing waste products. This optimization of cellular function means your Leydig cells can produce testosterone more efficiently. But here's what really separates Shilajit from every other testosterone booster out there. It doesn't just increase testosterone temporarily. It actually helps restore your body's natural ability to produce testosterone. Think of it this way. Most supplements are like giving your car a push to get it started. Shilajit is like actually fixing the engine. It addresses the root causes of testosterone decline, not just the symptoms. Now let me explain exactly how to use this. You need to be strategic about it because timing and dosage matter. The optimal dose, based on the research, is between 300 to 500 milligrams per day. And here's the key. You want to take it with your morning coffee. Why coffee? Because coffee contains compounds that enhance the absorption and effectiveness of Shilajit. Coffee has chlorogenic acids that help reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. When you combine this with Shilajit's fulvic acid, you create a synergistic effect. The coffee amplifies Shilajit's benefits, and the Shilajit helps your body better utilize the beneficial compounds in coffee. Plus, taking it in the morning aligns with your body's natural cortisol rhythm. Your cortisol is naturally highest in the morning, and while cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship, the adaptogenic properties of Shilajit help balance this out. Here's exactly what you do. Take a pea-sized amount of pure Shilajit resin, about 300 to 500 milligrams, and dissolve it in your hot coffee. Stir it well until it's completely dissolved. It will give your coffee a slightly earthy mineral taste, but most men get used to it quickly. Some even prefer it. Drink this every morning, ideally on an empty stomach, or with a light breakfast that includes some healthy fats. The healthy fats are important because testosterone is synthesized from cholesterol. Your body needs dietary fat to produce hormones. So having your Shilajit coffee with eggs, avocado, or even just a tablespoon of grass-fed butter or MCT oil in your coffee creates the perfect hormonal environment. Now, let me address something important. Not all Shilajit is created equal. This is crucial. There's a lot of fake or contaminated Shilajit on the market. You need to look for purified Shilajit resin that's been tested for heavy metals and contaminants. The resin form is more better. Their DHEA levels, which is the precursor hormone to testosterone, increased by 31%. You want Shilajit that contains at least 50% fulvic acid. This is the active compound that drives most of the benefits. If a product doesn't list its fulvic acid content, that's a red flag. Also, authentic Shilajit should be pliable at room temperature and become hard when refrigerated. If it doesn't behave this way, it's probably not pure. Let me tell you what you can expect when you start this protocol. In the first week, you probably won't notice dramatic changes, but your body is already starting to respond at the cellular level. By week 2 to 3, most men report improved energy levels and mental clarity. This is the mitochondrial function improving. By week 4 to 6, you'll start noticing improvements in mood, motivation, and drive. This is your testosterone starting to climb. By week 8 to 12, you should see significant improvements in muscle mass, especially if you're working out, better recovery from exercise, improved libido, and better performance in the bedroom. The full effects typically manifest around the 90-day mark, which aligns perfectly with what we saw in the clinical studies. But here's the beautiful part. These effects continue to build. Unlike synthetic testosterone or pro-hormones that can shut down your natural production, Shilajit supports your body's own production. You're not replacing your testosterone, you're restoring it. Now, I want to talk about something that most doctors won't tell you, but it's absolutely critical to maximizing your testosterone. Shilajit is powerful, but it works even better when combined with other lifestyle factors. Think of Shilajit as the foundation, and these other factors as the building blocks that stack on top. First, sleep. You produce most of your testosterone during deep sleep. If you're only getting 5 or 6 hours, you're sabotaging your testosterone no matter what supplements you take. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Make your room dark, cool, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. Second, strength training. Compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses trigger testosterone production. You don't need to spend hours in the gym. 3 to 4 sessions per week of 45 minutes to an hour is perfect. Focus on progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight or resistance over time. Third, manage stress. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which directly suppresses testosterone. Find what works for you, whether it's meditation, deep breathing, time in nature, or just activities that help you decompress. The adaptogenic properties of Shilajit help with this, but you need to actively work on stress management too. Fourth, optimize your diet. Eat real, whole foods. Prioritize protein, about 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Include healthy fats from sources like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish. Don't be afraid of saturated fat from quality sources like grass-fed beef and eggs. Your body needs these to produce hormones. And include plenty of cruciferous, potent, and authentic than powders or capsules. Look for Shilajit that's sourced from high-altitude regions, ideally above 16,000 feet, because the composition is different at different altitudes. Fifth, minimize endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals in your environment that interfere with your hormones. They're in plastics, especially when heated, in nonstick cookware, in personal care products, and in pesticides on conventionally grown produce. Switch to glass or stainless steel containers. Use cast iron or stainless steel cookware. Choose organic when possible, especially for the dirty dozen foods that have the highest pesticide loads. Use natural personal care products. Now, let me address some common questions I get about this. First, is Shilajit safe? The research shows that purified Shilajit has an excellent safety profile with minimal side effects. Some men report mild digestive upset when they first start, but this typically resolves within a few days. If you have any medical conditions or take medications, especially blood thinners or diabetes medications, consult with your doctor before starting. Second, can women take Shilajit? Absolutely. While I've been focusing on testosterone in men, Shilajit has benefits for women too, including improved energy, better hormonal balance, and enhanced cognitive function. The dosing is the same. Third, how long do I need to take it? This isn't a quick fix. Think of this as a long-term investment in your health. The studies show benefits at 90 days, but many men continue taking it indefinitely because they feel so much better. You can cycle it if you want, taking it for 3 months, then taking a month off, but most men find they prefer to stay on it consistently. Fourth, will this work if my testosterone is already normal? Yes, but the effects will be different. If your testosterone is already in the optimal range, you might not see dramatic increases in testosterone levels, but you'll likely still notice improvements in energy, recovery, and overall vitality because of Shilajit's effects on mitochondrial function and cellular health. Let me share something with you. I've seen countless men transform their lives by addressing their testosterone naturally. These are men who were told by their doctors that declining testosterone was just part of aging and there was nothing they could do except consider testosterone replacement therapy. But TRT comes with risks: potential cardiovascular issues, shutdown of natural production, fertility concerns, and the need for lifelong treatment. What I'm sharing with you today is different. This is about empowering your body to do what it's designed to do: produce testosterone naturally. And when you combine Shilajit with the lifestyle factors I mentioned, the results can be truly remarkable. Imagine waking up with energy and drive like you had in your 20s. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing your body responding to your workouts the way it used to. Imagine feeling confident, motivated, and alive again. This isn't fantasy. This is what's possible when you support your body properly. Vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. These contain compounds that help your body metabolize estrogen more efficiently, which means more testosterone remains active. And so here's what I want you to do. Get yourself some high-quality purified shilajit resin. Start with 300 to 500 milligrams in your morning coffee every single day. Be consistent, track how you feel, notice the changes, and implement those lifestyle factors we discussed. This is a comprehensive approach to optimizing your testosterone and your overall male vitality. Your body wants to produce optimal testosterone. It's designed to. But in our modern world, with our stress levels, our diets, our environmental exposures, our bodies need support. Shilajit provides that support in a way that's natural, safe, and effective. Remember, this isn't about replacing your testosterone. It's about restoring your body's natural ability to produce it. It's about giving your cells what they need to function optimally. It's about working with your body, not against it. The research is clear. The clinical studies show significant results. Thousands of men are already experiencing the benefits. Now it's your turn. Take action today. Your future self will thank you. Dr. Emily Hart, reminding you that your health is your wealth, and optimal testosterone is a cornerstone of male vitality. Now go make that coffee, add your shilajit, and start your journey back to feeling 25 again.